Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to today's vlog. You know, the one thing that's kind of cool about doing these is documenting so I can look back, so my kids can look back on kind of different things that was happening at this point in my life. And you know, today I got to share with you that I'm coming back from my parents' house. I'm going to be about an hour late to the gym. They live about 2 hours away, so I left around 3 o'clock in the morning, driving straight to the gym so I can get it in. The reason why I was there is because my great uncle Frank Gregory is who's 90 years old, had a stroke, and you know, he's non-responsive, and they've kind of given him hours to live, right? And it's the weekend of the Arnold Classic. I'm extremely busy. But this was my guy. So I went home to see my Aunt Margaret, who's 91, still very healthy, and to pay my respects to Uncle Frank. And so Uncle Frank looks like he comes straight out of a mob movie. He's an OG, hard-working guy, owned multiple businesses, was a car guy, like always drove like a big Lincoln Town car, always dressed to the nine, just a good ass dude. But here's the bigger thing that is amazing. They've been married this next month 70 years, him and my Aunt Margaret. And when my dad's parents passed away when he was young, like early 20s, 18 to 28 years old, they pretty much by default kind of became his parents. So these are like my Italian grandparents. You know, both of their parents, they were first generation Americans. Both of their parents and uncles and aunts had come over from Italy, and she's the last Italian speaking family member that I have that still, you know, speaks it fluently when she has to. And watching her talk about having all these kids at their house when they were young and how hard he worked, and just like asking him to open his eyes one more time, man, it just melts my heart. It's really tough to watch. I know all of us probably have been through multiple, you know, family situations like this. It's not uncommon, especially as they get older like this. But man, just puts everything in such perspective and makes you appreciate things and relationships. And I gotta tell you, it was tough to watch. You know, my dad's been gone for 8 years now. Uncle Frank was my dad's guy. Like, him and Uncle Frank were tight. All they talk about is cars and clothes and just some OG Italian shit. And it's tough to see him like that. I gotta tell you, it was real tough to see him like that. But it's all gonna happen. It's gonna happen to all of us at some point. Uncle Frank lived a good life. But the love and compassion of somebody that's been married for 70 years, like it just doesn't happen nowadays that much. And what's crazy about me is that although both my parents got divorced, my Italian grandparents, which is my great aunt and uncle, and my actual grandparents, my mom's side, got married within a week of each other. And my grandparents are in their 90s. They're about to be married 70 years. Uncle Frank and Aunt Margaret are about to be married 70 years. He's holding on. But anyway, that's kind of on my heart today. It's a tough one. Watching her, you know, she's telling me stories about my grandparents that died when my dad was young, and how good people they were, and just like kind of reinforcing like where my roots, probably where my personality traits, like they're made up of all these people that I grew up around and that I was influenced by. And it's I don't know, it was very sad. I probably almost cried like 10 times just listening to her stories and how she's gonna miss them, because she knows it's only a matter of time. And that's hard to watch. And in it to think about at 91 that you've been with somebody for 70, like you've been married to somebody and with them, and you know the ups and downs for 70 years, to know that they're not going to probably open up their eyes and look at you ever again. Oof, that's a tough one. So it just makes you think, like, appreciate who you're around, make sure everybody knows how you feel, and these type of things are, just how life goes. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for listening. See ya.